Alrighty, what's up everybody? It's Q back here again, bringing you another StarCraft cast from HOTS, Heart of the Swarm. At the bottom right we have Protostitute, who is a Gold League Protoss spawning at the bottom right. This is the reason I played this game. This guy's Gold League. At the top left we have ShtimpletinS, a Master Terran. So are you in Master League? He's asking him. He says no, but his portrait border will say otherwise. Now I don't know, I just wanted to see a matchup between two very different leagues, so that is the main reason why I did this. And yeah, I just thought it'd be pretty interesting to watch a lineup like this and see what happens, how they both play. We have a supply depot going down for the Terran, which is an obvious start, and a pylon just now finishing for the Protoss player. You should see him getting to 12 supply and then throwing down a gateway on that if he's doing a standard build that a gold player would be doing. And we should see a barracks be coming down for the Terran here, and yes, we do see a barracks. He is not going to be sufficiently walled in, I don't believe, if he puts a supply depot right here, but that's his problem. We have one SCV being produced. Let's go ahead and open the production tab up for you guys. You can just look up here in the corner and I'll tell you what everything's being made. Pretty much standard opening builds. Oh, did I click something? Did I click something? No. Because I know that you can control kind of like thingies now. Can't you? I don't know. But anyways, so we do have... We do have very standard openings being... What is... We do have very standard openings being built here for both teams, which is, you know, pretty average to see, especially because I thought the Grandmaster would be a little bit ahead when it comes to economy and stuff like that, but it looks like they are, yeah, he is doing better holding his economy and not using that money to a fair use. But I guess the Protoss was saving up for that 7 number score, so that really is irrelevant. Supply, the Protoss is ahead in supply. The Terran, yeah, obviously caught up pretty quick. This is a pretty odd matchup because they look like they're pretty equal out. This is either a very good gold player or a very bad master player. I don't know which one it could be. I don't know how a master player could get into Master League while being bad. But we do see a proxy being created up here at the top middle of the map by the Protoss player to try to get a little bit of an upper hand when it comes to attacking. He can reinforce his units a lot quicker and get them there to bring reinforcements to the units that he takes from across the map. And we do see an SCV scouting out over here onto the Protoss's base. Sorry, a little bit of lag here. We do see a little SCV coming over to scout the base, and this Protoss is putting down a Stargate to try to most likely get some, no, what are they called? I forgot what they were called now. Oracles, right, that's what they're called. To do some line harass over here. We don't see any missile turrets or anything going up for the Terran to try to protect that, but we do have 2 Marines, which most likely the Oracle will kill. We do have a while until this Stargate does finish us, so the Terran has a little while to prepare himself for any attacks that are coming from the back of his base, which most likely he will do if he's in Master League. Either by just getting more Marines. He did throw a tech lab down, so he does not have his second barracks, but he's putting a bunker up on his front so he can try to expand safely and get ready for the late game. Now, immediately we should see a Oracle being built. Yes, we do, and he's going to attack the mineral line and try to harass the crap out of this Terran, which is always a funny thing to see just because Terrans are the master of harass when it comes to StarCraft, considering that they get behind your mineral line and are major douches. And anyways, we have a Stargate building an Oracle that's about 80% done, and we have 2 Marines moving just to the front of that base to load up in that bunker, and we also have the Marauder. It's most likely going to load up in the bunker as well. The Oracle's moving out now. I don't know exactly what's going on in space, but the Oracle's moving around now. And he might be waiting for another Oracle to finish to do a more effective first push on that mineral line, which is probably a good idea. If he chrono boosts it out, it would be a little bit better. It's already at the 6-minute mark, but a Stargate at the 6-minute mark is not bad. Now we do have him expanding here with a pylon in the back to most likely try to put some cannons down. I don't know if he has a forge or not. He does not. He has a gateway and a cybernetics core, and the tech that the Terran is working off of is a factory and a... He's researching Stimpack, and he has 1 barracks. We do have an engineering bay, though, to try to give him some... Oh, and the Oracles are harassing the mineral line as we speak, going to try to take out as much as they can, which is very, very effective because the SCVs are going to have to pull off the line. Marauders cannot attack the air, but they are taken out of the bunker for some strange reason. I don't know why he would take him out of the bunker. I don't think you can attack the air if you're in the bunker, but he did load SCVs up in the bunker to try to at least protect some of them. But most of those SCVs are going to be taken out. So that is always a good thing for a Protoss player when you can cripple the Terran like he has done. We do see more oracles coming out for the Terran player. These ran out of energy, so you cannot attack the ground as much anymore. I'm pretty sure oracles can detect the ground. Yeah, allows the oracle to detect cloaked, burrowed, and hallucinated units for 60 seconds, which requires 50. Energy, which is a good thing just in case they try to get ghosts or something like that, which is very unethical. I wouldn't see that happening. But we do have a marauder and a marine trying to sit here and defend. So you have to try to take out that missile turret before it spawns, but most likely he will be okay, considering he's not gonna. He lost an oracle, guys, but it's okay because the missile turret did not do as much as I think the Terran player thought he was going to. At this point, the Terran player is probably very, very upset, and the macro is being fairly kept up with back at the Protoss base. He's putting down 2 more gateways to try to get a ground unit, to try to get some ground units ready for a real push rather than just this little harass. He did cancel his command center, considering that he did know that he needed to put all of the SCVs he can back on the main mineral line to try and keep the income coming rather than spending more money and putting a command center here and not having as many SCVs on the line, and most likely this would get harassed as well. So now he only has 1 base to keep up with, and usually Terran expand at the 10-minute mark anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. We still only see 3 SCVs, not SCVs, 3 Supply Depots coming from this. We have 2 oracles. I don't know what the prob's doing there. 2 oracles that are ready to harass. They have a little bit of energy inside of them. We do have a bigger ground army at the base. Most likely, if he pushed at this moment in time, he would win the game. There, we only see a few. Hold on, I gotta respond to a text message from Stuart. We only see a few units from the Terran players, so it's not that big of a deal. So the oracles are moving in to get to the back of the base. We do see some Hellions moving out across the map to harass the Protoss to try to just get something back for the Protoss. He's going to try to probably go back to his base because he saw those Hellions leaving, and he's going to try to attack. But there is a Stalker out here, which are very good against Hellions, but that is not enough to take out both those Hellions. Now he doesn't want to get a Zealot in because Hellions do splash damage against light units like that. But he's not really watching these units. He's harassing the Terran's base with those 2 oracles. He lost 1. He's probably going to lose the second. And he does, but that was very, very effective for him. He used those 2 oracles for a while, and he does have a bigger ground army than the Terran does. Now, the Terran is building supply depots at this moment because he does believe that he's out of oracles. The Stargate is sitting idle. If I were him, I would make more oracles, but you know, it's his game, his choice. So now we have a very, very setup for victory Protoss. I don't know exactly how this is going to go. We do have the Terran expanding now and giving himself a sort of a tech stance now, so he can upgrade and he can get more. He's got Vikings probably to counter more oracles that were to come, but I don't think that the Protoss will be getting more oracles. We do see another barracks also going down, and we have a reactor on this, so we could see medevacs as well. He has a very large army, the Protoss, compared to the Terran's army, which is kind of expected considering that the Terran has been harassed the entire game with those oracles, which can be very effective for harass. If you guys don't play Protoss, it's very effective for harass. We do see the Protoss player finally moving out to try and do something about being ahead of the game, which if I were him, I would have done a while ago. Now we did see the loss of that Hellion, and he's moving to the other watchtower to try and take both watchtowers to get complete map control, but he's not leaving anything there, so I don't understand exactly why he's doing that. We do see a little probe moving across the map. I don't know what that's going to do. Probably put a pylon down to proxy once again to try and get as many units there as close as possible. We do see High Templar, which are going to completely destroy the Squishy Marines and other groups. Bio balls, they're great against them. So he kills both watchtowers. He's going to keep on this one until he can completely rally his units, and then we should see him moving out to the Terran's base. We do see another Avoidar being produced on this Stargate to probably try to get behind the mineral line when he doesn't expect it. But this is going to be the final battle, I believe, and we're going to see who wins this. The Terran has home advantage, but he does not have any units to try to defend himself with. So most likely we will see this being thrown in the Protoss's favor. Vikings. Vikings are going to get... Vikings did not see the High Templar, which is not a good thing. They do know that they're right outside their base, though, and they are ready to completely destroy them. Now he is trying to be making units. We see 2 Marines, 3 Marines being spawned in, which will always help. No matter how many Marines you can have, they always help. But Zealots do counter Marines, especially if they have charge. And that Marauder does not have concussion shells, so he can't hold it back. And the High Templars side storm everything to make it all worse. So that looks like it is going to be GG for the Master player, and the Gold player wins, which is actually very surprising, considering that Master and Gold is pretty far apart. Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Masters. So they're 2 spaces away from each other, and yeah, the Gold player did very exceptional. Good job, Protostitute, and good job for you too, ShtimpletinS. That was a good... You got harassed. We all understand how it goes. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. More casts to come. We'll see you guys next time.